discussed about, we started our discussion. We discussed about what? We discussed about how to use iterator. Okay. How to use iterator and what are the methods of iterator. That's what we discussed. That is the last session, guys. We have a cursor and the cursor is placed before the first element. Sorry, it's not record, first element. And you have methods like has next, which can check whether the next element is there in collection. If there, will provide you returns true, otherwise false. And to retrieve the next element of the cursor, then we have a method called next. I told in the last session, you can use a while loop and you can iterate the collection. This is the concept yesterday we have discussed. Apart from that, even we have the remove method also. Once the cursor is moved to that element, if you want, you can able to remove it. Okay, it will support remove operation also. For that, you have a method called remove, but mostly we use two methods. One is has next method and other one is next method. There are actually three ways are there to retrieve the elements. One is for each loop, as we discussed. This is a for each loop. And we have something called what? Iterator. We can use iterator like this. Iterator, iterate anything. There is one more thing called as list iterator. Actually, list iterator extends iterator interface. For example, if you take iterator can only move the cursor in forward direction. Initially, the cursor is placed at before the first element of the collection. And you can call has next method to verify or to check for the next element. And you can call next method to retrieve the element. The cursor is only moved in forward direction. But suppose if you want to move the cursor in the backward direction also, then you have to use list iterator. So we are going to look at about list iterator today. And before we start with the application or program, whatever it is. Okay, na? I'm talking about one more called what? List iterator. What is the difference now? List iterator can move the cursor in both. You can move the cursor in the forward direction or you can move the cursor in the backward direction. But one thing, if you want to move the cursor in backward direction, first of all, the cursor must be moved in forward direction because initially the cursor is placed at before the first element only. Before the first element of the collection. And you cannot move the cursor directly in the backward direction. If you want to move the cursor in backward direction, first of all, the cursor must be moved in forward direction. Then only you can move the cursor in backward direction. Okay, now? So let's understand this point, guys. We are going to look at about list iterator. I'll show you. You have the methods like has next methods. Likewise, we have methods like has previous and previous methods. So okay. I just want to tell you guys, see, everybody, what I'm talking about something called as what? List iterator. Today we are talking with the list iterator. First, let me show you. java.util.list iterator. Okay. Look at this. There is an interface called list iterator. List iterator extends iterator. Okay. List iterator extends iterator. Okay. If you look at the methods here, you know has next method, you know next method. Similarly, you have the methods called has previous method and previous method. Okay. Remove method is common, obviously it's there. So apart from remove, apart from this has next and has previous, there is one more method given called what? Add method. Okay. So in list iterator, even we can add the elements also newly to the collection object. While iterating, we can add the elements. Okay. But in iterator, we have only remove. But in list iterator, we have add method also. And remaining methods is okay. Has next method is there. Has previous method is there. Next method is there. Previous method is there. And if you want, you can also get the index. Next index is there. Previous index is there. What next index returns? The index of the element that would be returned by the subsequent call to the next method. Whenever you call the next method, whatever the next element index is there, how can you retrieve the next element index? By calling next index method. Previous index method will return the previous element index of the cursor. Okay. From the cursor position, if you want to get the previous element index, then call previous index method. If you want to get the next element index, call the next index method. These methods are available in which iterator? List iterator. Okay. List iterator. List iterator. What is the important thing here? List iterator can move the cursor in both the directions. Has previous and previous. These two methods are used for. Okay. These two methods can be used to move the cursor in backward direction. Has next and next methods can be used to move the cursor in forward direction. So, guys, what I'm trying to say now? List iterator interface extends what? Iterator. Extends what? Iterator interface. Okay. Okay. List iterator can move the cursor in both forward and backward. Okay. Directions. Okay. Over a collection. Okay. Na? Can move the cursor in both forward and backward directions over a collection. Okay. Right. And okay. So number of methods is not an important thing. You no need to know about each and every method. I'm just writing about the methods. The methods to move the cursor in the backward direction. Okay. The methods to move the cursor in backward direction are, what are the methods? One is has previous and previous. That's it. Has previous and previous. Okay, these are the methods that we can use to move the cursor in backward direction. What are the methods to move the cursor in forward direction? The methods to move the cursor in what direction? Forward direction. Are, could you tell me what are the methods moved in forward direction? One is has next method is there. Next method is there. Remaining methods you just remember. No need to write in the notes, but remember. Next index, previous index, remove method, add method. Is there na? Okay, please remember them. That's it. No need of writing everything in the notes. Okay. Right. But one thing. Okay. To move the cursor in backward direction. Okay. At least once it must be moved in forward direction. See, without moving the cursor in forward direction, then we cannot move the cursor in backward direction. That's a simple statement. I think you people got to know, right? Folks in online, did you agree this point? Did you understood the point first of all? Did everyone understood the point? Did everyone understood the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did everyone understood the point? Okay, what I'm saying? Okay. Good. Good. Look at this, guys. Suppose we have our list object. Let's take the continuation of our last example. See here. We have our array list object here with a list of strings here. List one is my object name. Okay. List will allow the duplicate elements or not? Yes. John 2 times have added the same name. It is allowed. It's a duplicate element. It is added. Okay, this is the list object. What's the object name here? List one. List one. Observe here. List one. So observe here. List iterator. Otherwise, I'll use a different color. List iterator of string generic type, element type. List iterator of string. For example, what I can say. List IT something equal to, no, not new, it is interface, no? List one dot list iterator. This is a method to call. This is a way of creating which object? It is a way of creating which object? List iterator object. There is a method called list iterator. Call this method, it will return the list iterator object. Yesterday, we called one method. Yesterday, we called one method. That method name is called iterator. You can see here in this line. List one dot iterator. It creates what object? Iterator object. But today I am calling with one more method. What's the method name? List iterator method. It creates what object? List iterator object. Very simple to know, right? Cool, cool. Guys, next. See here. First, I want to move the cursor in forward direction. Okay. Forward direction. Tell me how to move the cursor in forward direction. While list it dot
Next.
has next. Okay. And suppose I'm writing like this. System dot out dot println it dot, sorry, list it dot next. Okay, now I'm talking about backward direction. Backward direction. How to move the cursor in backward direction? List it dot has previous. Okay. System dot out dot println list it dot previous. See what the what the first while loop will do? What the first
will
while
look
loop
for
will
the
do?
ne- It will look for the elements
Sorry.
in the top side.
Yeah. The first while loop will print the elements of the list, will print the elements of the collection, the list object in forward direction. The second while loop will print the elements of the list in backward direction. How to get the next element of the cursor? By calling which method I can get the element, next element from the cursor? How can I get the next element from the cursor? There is a method called next method. Similarly, how to get the previous element from the cursor? By calling previous method. But if I want to move the cursor in previous direction, that is nothing but the backward direction. First of all, the cursor must be moved in which direction? Forward direction.
Forward, yeah.
Yes, correct. Okay, correct. Without moving the cursor in forward direction for at least one time, I cannot move the cursor in backward direction. Am I clear with this? Am I clear with this? Everyone? So what is the difference between iterator and list iterator? Iterator can only move the cursor in what? Iterator can only move the cursor in what? Forward direction.
Direction.
Yeah, forward direction. But what about list iterator? It can move the cursor in what? It can move the cursor in what? Both. Which and which directions? It will move the cursor in both forward direction as well as in the backward direction. Backward direction. Okay, that's a difference. That's a difference. Okay, good. I just want to copy this. I don't have any diagram here. I can copy easily. Guys, I want to paste here. Oh, not working. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, I just want to put here into our document. I want to put this into our document, guys. Now what we want to put this in the document. So far, okay, I think this is enough. Okay, right. So guys, in how many ways we can retrieve the elements now totally? 3 ways are there. One is by using for each loop. Next one is by using iterator. Next one is by using list iterator. Okay, right? So far we discussed about which class? What's the class we are discussing? This is an important class. This is an important class, guys. You should not forget this class. It's very important in applications. What's the class name? ArrayList. ArrayList. Cool. ArrayList is a class. Okay. Right. ArrayList class and linked list class. And the next vector is not important, but these two classes important. ArrayList class and linked list class. Okay. We'll discuss including vector, but actually ArrayList class and linked list class both are very important classes. Am I good with this, right? Okay. Now you got to know about, there are some methods in list, you know. What are the methods of list interface? Add, get. How to retrieve the element from a particular index? By calling get method. These are the methods of which interface? List interface. Okay. See, methods of list interface are not applicable for methods of set interface. But whatever the methods are there in collection interface, they are applicable for both list, set, and queue also. Because collection is a base interface for list, set, and also what? Queue. List, set, and queue. For all the three, who is a base interface? Collection. Okay, na? So collection interface methods are base for common for list. They are applicable for set. They are also applicable for queue. Nothing but they are inherited to list. They are inherited to set. They are also inherited to what? Queue. But list has its own methods. Set has its own methods. Queue has its own methods. Okay. Good. Okay, guys. Everybody. Now we are going to discuss an application, a program by using ArrayList, because you got to know about how to iterate, how to add the elements. Okay, if you want to get a particular element, then you can call get method. You follow these methods first. Try to understand these methods. You can add a element at a given index by calling add method. You can retrieve the element from a particular index by calling get method. You can find the element index by calling index of method. If you want to get the last index of the element, then you can call last index, because list will allow duplicate elements. Suppose the same element is added for 2 or more times, then how can you find the last occurrence of that element? By calling last index of. Okay, I told just now list iterator. Just now we discussed this method. List iterator returns a list iterator object. Okay, then you can remove the element by calling remove of index. You can replace the element by calling set method at the given index. So these are all the methods which we can use on list, apart from all these methods, because these are all common methods. Plus these are the methods of list. You know, according to inheritance, what base class methods are inherited to derived class. Plus derived class also contains its methods. Its own methods. Yes, that's what the concept. Exactly. Now, observe here, guys. We'll do first simple ArrayList program. After that, we'll discuss about a big program. Let's say ArrayList demo 1. Let's say, guys, we are creating one new Java project. It is ArrayList demo 1. Project name is ArrayList demo 1. Okay, ArrayList demo 1. First, I will delete this file module info. Then I will start working with new. I will say new class. Class name should be something like, you know, package name should be com.ashok.it dot could be anything. Something I'm writing com.ashok.it.cf collection framework, something. That's a package name. Name, class name. Class name could be, what's the name I want to give is, it's ArrayList demo one only. So simply I'm writing example one. Just in this example, I want to show about just how to call various methods on list. Okay, first I'm creating ArrayList object. ArrayList of string list is equal to, or list one is equal to new ArrayList. One thing, everybody, so I need to import the ArrayList class. That's why I'm getting error at line number 7. Why I'm getting error in line number 7? Because I need to import the ArrayList class. Control Shift O. Sorry. Now you can see that ArrayList error is removed. But you see one thing. Whenever you are creating any object for a generic class, when you are creating an object for a generic class, okay, you need to type parameter is mandatory at the left side of object creation.
Yes.
But a type parameter is optional at the right side of object creation. You can see only I'm writing angle bracket. Did you understand this, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you tell me what is another way of writing the same statement?
Right side we can
Right side also
string.
we can provide
Yes.
type parameter.
Okay. Did it.
Type parameter. Okay. Tell me now, are you getting any error at line number 9? Are you getting any error at line number 9, guys?
No.
Any error is there at line 9? No. If I remove this type
No.
parameter, then also
No
I have no
error.
error.
No error.
So what you understood now? At the time of creating,
Right
at
side
the
of
time
the
of creating an object for a generic class, type parameter is mandatory at the left side of object
Left
creation,
side.
side of
but
the
a type parameter is optional at the
right
right side of the
the
object creation.
Right
Am I
side.
clear with this?
Yes.
Okay. Left
Yes,
side
yes.
type parameter is compulsory. Right side type parameter is optional. Am I good with this so far? Am I good with this so far,
Yes,
guys?
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
What could be the reason it's showing a
No.
warning?
Because since we have not used any, we have not performed any operation on this reference variable, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it
Okay,
is
we
giving
just-
means yeah. Warning is that you have not yet used the reference variable. It's created but not used. Yeah.
Okay.
List one dot add of some names we can add. Okay, for example, Robin. Okay, Robin. Guys, now could you see any warning at line number 9? Do you have any yellow triangle? No,
No.
because at line number 10 I am already using this list one variable.
Yeah.
So if an object is created or if a variable is created and if it is not used, initially it will give you what? Warning. Okay.
Thank you.
List one dot add Kathy. List one dot add James. List one dot add of Robin. Can I add the Robin twice?
Yes.
Yes. Ellen. Guys, you can see here I have added all the elements of the list. Now, sorry, guys, I want to display the elements of list one. Okay. System dot out dot println. First I'll do one thing. String line separator. Just I'm using one variable equal to let's say, for example, hyphen dot repeat of 30. Means instead of writing dash 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 line separator, I want to store that into one variable called line separator. Means how many dashes now will be stored in this string variable? 30 dashes. 30 dashes. Now, okay. Now I want to say system dot out dot println initial elements in the array list. Initial elements in the array list. Tell me how to display one by one element of this. System dot out dot println first line separator. Line separator. Could you tell me now how to display the elements? We can use two things now. Sorry, not two. The three things are there now. In how many ways we can retrieve the elements? Three ways are there.
For each.
One is
Right.
for each loop. Second one is iterator, and the third one is what? List iterator. List iterator. You can use what? Any one of the three ways. You can use any one of the three ways. One is what? For loop. For each loop, what is called. Second one is called iterator. Third one is called list iterator. We can use any one of the three ways. Okay. I'll use for each, for loop, for string, because the elements are string type na. The collection element type is string na in collection. Element data type is string. So string str colon collection object. Who is a collection object? List one. System dot. Tell me what is system dot out dot println.
List one.
System dot out dot println. What to print?
List one.
str.
Yeah.
str. So how do you read this for loop? I told
Data
already.
type.
No.
For each string in list.
Very good. For each string in list. That's what the way of reading it. This part you read like what? For each. This part you read like what? String. This colon you read like what? In. This list one you read like what? Collection.
Collection.
So what's the statement? For
Each.
this part I told you. This part you read like
For
For
each.
each
for each.
string.
This
in.
string str you read like string. Colon you read
In.
like in.
Collection.
List one is collection. How to read this statement? For each string in.
collection.
For each string in collection. Did you understand my point? This is how you have to read. Okay. Now, please understand me. Everyone. Leave it. The first, I want to print all the initial elements. After that initial elements, now I would like to replace element at index 3. I want to replace element at index 3 with some other name. Let's say replace element at index 3. Tell me how to replace the elements. How to replace the element at index 3 by calling set method. By calling set method, set method. Tell me first of all, who is the element at index 3?
James.
No, sorry. It is Robin. Index na.
Robin, yeah, 0,
Yes,
1,
index 3 Robin.
yeah.
0, 1, 2, 3.
This element index is 0. This
Mhm.
element index is 1. This element index is 2. This element index is 3. So who is there at who is there at index 3? Who is
Robin.
there at index 3? Robin is there. Robin is there. What I want to do, I want to replace element at what? Index 3. I want to replace element at what? Index 3. So how can I able to replace the element index 3? List 1 dot
Set.
set of 3 comma
Index.
3 is the index
Yes.
comma. Let's say
Name,
yeah,
whatever
let's say I want to replace with John. John. Now did understood everyone?
Yes.
Did everyone understood now? Now system dot out dot println. Okay. Elements in array list after replacing. After what? Replacing at index 3. Am I clear? Elements in array list after replacing at index 3 or after replacing element at index 3. Are you getting my point? After replacing element at index 3. Did everyone got my point? Did everyone got my point? Now I want to write separator, line separator. Instead of writing the line separator, already I have a variable called line separator. So I can use that variable so that a line will be printed. Now how to display the elements after replacing at index 3? Again, I need for loop. I can use for loop now. What the other way? Iterator. So I use iterator here. So how can I use iterator? Iterator of string it equal to list 1 dot iterator. What's the while loop? While, tell me, while it dot has next. System dot out dot println of it dot
Next.
next. Let's run this program. Now, okay, before we run, next again, guys, see, observe. Next, what I'm saying is remove element at index 2. Guys, could you tell me how to remove the element at index 2? List 1 dot remove of 2. Index 2 na? Remove of 2. Did you understand this point, guys? Everybody? List 1 dot remove of 2.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes. So now element in index 2. Who is there at index 2?
James.
James is removed now. Right. Already we replaced Robin with John. James
John.
is removed. James is removed, right? Very good. After removing, I can have one display the elements now. System dot out dot println elements in array list.
After removing element at index 2.
After removing element at index 2. Am I
2.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Then line separator. Then line separator. Then again, I can use, I told already, I can also use list iterator. But if I
Yes.
want to use list iterator, first of all, the cursor must be placed in forward direction.
Next.
Then only I can move the cursor in backward direction.
direction.
Okay, that's why I'm not using list iterator. I'm just using again normal for loop only. For each loop. Of course, I can use iterator also, but I want to use again for each loop. This is convenient for me. Now let us run this program. Now see the output, guys. First, tell me what are the elements in the array list? Robin, initial elements in the array list. Who are the initial elements? Robin, Kathy, James, Robin, Allen. Robin, duplicate element. But list allows list object will allow duplicate elements to store. It will store duplicate elements. Okay. Good. Tell me elements in array list after replacing element at index 3. Who is there at index 3?
Robin.
Robin is now replaced with
John.
Now elements in array list after removing at index 2, element at index 2. At index 2, who is there actually? Who is there?
James.
James. Now tell me, James is removed now. What are the remaining elements? Robin,
Yes.
Kathy, John, and Alan. Am I good with this program? Like this,
Yes,
you
sir.
practice other methods also. Like this, you practice other methods also. It is not possible to write all the methods here. Please practice the remaining methods also later when you are practicing, so that how can you check whether this particular element exists or not in the list? I have a list, array list object. I want to know whether this particular element is there in that list or not. How can I able to find that? There is a method called contains. What's the method? Contains. That's why I told you, please go through all the methods I have listed here. There is a method called as contains. You can see there is a method called what? Contains. Contains is a method from collection. Means what? These methods are available to list. These methods are inherited to set. These methods are inherited to queue also. Okay, right? How to remove all the elements at a time? Clear. How to remove the particular element?
Remove.
Remove and you can pass the element. Otherwise, you can call the remove with index also, right?
Hmm.
Now tell me, if it is a list interface, how can you remove the element at a particular index by calling remove of
Remove
index?
index.
Yes.
Other way is what? Remove of element. Remove of John. Okay. Or remove of James. Like that. Element. Am I clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. How can you find the size of a list?
Size
Size method. How to check whether list is empty or not empty?
Is empty.
is empty.
Is empty. Is empty. How can you convert the list into an array?
Two array.
To array.
Where?
Did everyone understood about this concept?
Yes, sir.
Let me first copy the program here. I want to copy the program here first. The following code or following program, anything. The following program is to work with
For each and
different methods
okay.
on array list object. Guys, is everyone, am I clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Did you get my point? Okay. Now I just want to copy and paste the program here. I think today the date I have not included. I will add the date here. Today is 6th August. Okay. Then I want to copy the program here. So the program code is pasted here. I just want to decrease the font size. Guys, this is a program for you. You people can practice this program. Next. Coming to guys here, if you look at our program, So in this program, we are just, creating array list with strings now. String is a, predefined class in java.lang package. We can create array list of integer, array list of string, or what else, guys? Even I can say we can also create array list of double, array list of character, right? We can do that. But now I want to create array list of employee. Now, next example, in the next example, what we are going to do, first we will create one employee class. I repeat my point, where each employee contains employee ID, means employee number, employee name. Let's take, okay, salary, employee ID, employee number, employee name, salary. Let's take gender, gender, and also experience. Guys, did everybody is getting this employee class now? First, we want to create one employee class. Then we will add a group of employees to the array list, and then we will perform some operations. Did you understand my point? Okay. So next, tell me in the next example. In the next example, what I am doing, I am going to create array list of employee. List 1 is equal to, or I want to take my variable name is list emp is equal to new array list. Did you understood about next how I am going to create my program?
Yes.
Okay, currently today's program is what? So far, whatever we discussed, our current program is what? Array list of string what? List 1 equal to what? New what? Array list. This is what we used.
String type only data will be used.
So this array list is a generic class, but here this array list is used with string type of elements. Here the array list is used with employee type of elements. Okay, you know already the essence of generic classes.
Yes.
Right? Okay, we want to create one class, but the same class we want to use it for multiple types. Correct? So there is one class called what? Array list. Here array list is used with string type of elements. Here array list is used with employee type of elements. But we need employee class now. So I'm going to create one employee class, and in this class I'm going to take variables like employee number, employee name, I take e name, salary, gender, experience. ID is nothing but number only. Employee number is nothing but employee ID only. Okay. Did you get our employee class now? So I'm first going to create one class called what? Employee. Okay. Next, tell me to this list object, I want to add strings or I want to add employees? Employees. I want to add 5 employees or 6 employees, like that. Now this object, this collection object will store, this collection object will store employees. Here this collection object is storing what? Strings like Alan, John, James, Kathy. So I think you understood my point. Am I clear with you, all of you guys?
Yes.
Am I clear with this all of you guys? Am I clear with this? Did you understood what I'm trying to say? Did you understood about what I'm trying to say? Am I clear with this? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Let's
Yes,
start.
sir.
Let's start. Yeah, let us start. Let's start. Guys, let's start. Please understand me. Let's start. Okay. So what I will do is, I will start creating next project, array list demo 2. Okay, na? I'm creating one new Java project called what, guys? Array list demo 2. So here I will go with module info.java. I'll delete this file. Right click new class. Class name is, first package name is com.ashokit.cf. Collection framework CF. Package name is something. Class name I want to use something called, what is the class name I want to use? I want to use a class name. I want to use a class name as something like this. Okay. Example 2, otherwise main class, main. Please understand, guys. First, I want to create, guys, one class on top of it. What is the class name? Employee. Employee. Employee has variables: private int employee number, private string ename, private double salary, private double experience, private string gender. Now I want to define constructor. Already we can go to source and we can able to generate the constructor using fields. This is called constructor. Am I good with this constructor, guys? You know already about how to define the constructor. This is called what type of constructor? Could you tell me? This is called what type of constructor? This is called parameterized.
Parameterized constructor.
Very good. Correct. Parameterized constructor. Now I'll do one thing. I'll define first all the setter and getter methods. I want to define setter and getters. How can I define all the setter getters now again? Source.
Else plus s.
Okay. Generate getters and setters. Select all. Generate. Tell me all the setter getter methods are created. All the setter and getter methods are created. Am I clear with this? So far, am I good with this, guys? So far, am I good with this? Did you understood this so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
nice.
sir.
Cool then. Cool. Next, I also want to override a toString method. I want to override toString method. Right click, source, generate toString. Click on generate, that's it. Then we got toString method also overridden. Yeah, I told about toString method already. ToString method returns a string, right?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, with this, one class is ready. What's the class name? Employee. Class name is what? My class name? Employee. Next, after this employee, I have one more class. Who is a main? Who is a class name? Main. In this, right, I am writing one method called private static suppose I'm writing like this now: list of employee get employees. Guys, observe it. First of all, tell me, first method reading is important for everyone. Tell me guys, what is a method name first of all in this total statement? What is a method name? Identify the method name.
Get
Get
employees.
employees.
Get employees. Identify the parameters. How many parameters are there?
No parameters.
Zero.
Employee.
No parameter.
No parameter.
Okay, parameters means where can you see? First of all, your eyes must go to this parenthesis.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have any parameters here?
No.
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 Empty.
Empty. Means this is method name is get employees and it doesn't have any
Parameter.
there is no
Parameters.
input parameters. What is the return type of this method? What is the
Always.
return type of this method called get employees?
Employee.
No.
List.
2 is to
No return type.
No return type means void, na?
Yes.
object.
But where is void? Can you see the void in this line number 71?
Is it a
No.
list?
So this is always remember return type comes before the method name.
Yeah, is default, I think,
This is called return type.
list employee.
What is return type of this method?
List employee.
List of employee. List of
Mhm.
employee return type, which means this method returns what?
List of employee.
Employees list.
This method returns what? A list object. A list object. Did you get my point? This method returns a list of employees. List of employee objects. This method returns a list of employee objects. A list of employee objects. That's what the way of reading this. Could you tell me once again what is the return type of this method? What is the return type of the method called get employees?
List of
List of employee objects. List of employee objects, which is called list of employees. Am I clear? Am I clear about this method reading?
yes, sir.
Tell me once again what's the method name?
Get employees.
Get employees. How many parameters are there? Input parameters?
No.
There's no parameter.
No, zero input parameters. What is the return type of this method?
List of
List
employees.
of
List
employees.
of employee. List of employee, which means what this method returns?
List of employees.
It returns a list of employee objects. A list of employee
Yeah.
objects. Okay. You know, list is an interface. Guys, list is a class or an interface. That's why I told you that a diagram will play very important role. I gave some time also. I told that please go through the diagram and
Interface.
identify.
Interface.
First, it is an interface or is it a class?
Interface.
Interface. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is an interface. List is an interface. Tell me, for an interface, can we create object?
No.
No, we cannot. For interface, we cannot create object. For interface, we cannot create object. It's a very
Object.
common thing. This is already told many times. For list, for interface, and for abstract class, we cannot create objects. For what and what we cannot create objects?
Interface and abstract
Mhm.
class.
For interface and
For interfaces and
And
for
abstract.
abstract classes, we
Abstract.
cannot create the
Object.
object.
objects.
This is very base point. Okay. Please go through. Please watch the videos one more time. Okay. Make some time. Please try to watch the videos again from OOPS. And try to please practice. Try to read the notes. Everything is already given to you. It is there in your plate now. You have to eat. That's it. Okay. Please try to understand me. List is an interface. For an interface, we cannot create object. For an interface, we cannot create what? Object. Okay. Then how can this method return a list? How can this method returns a list object? It's meaning this method is not going to return the list object. It is going to return the implementation class object. Interface has implementation class also.
Yes.
For example, take array list. Array list is what? Class. Array list class implements
List interface.
list interface. Array list is a class, implements which interface? List interface.
List.
Nothing but we can say array list is an implementation of list interface.
Yes.
What's the statement? What is the general statement? Array list is an implementation of
List interface.
list interface. Then tell me now, if I use return type as list, then tell me what that method returns.
Array list.
Array list object. What object? Array list object. Because array list is a class, na?
Yes.
Okay. So for class, we can create object, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Could you tell me finally what this method is going to return now?
Array list object.
A list object. A list object means which object? Array
Get
list object. Array list object. Because list is what? Interface. For interface, we cannot create
Object.
object. Okay. Then object is created for whom?
Class.
Array
Implementation class. Who is the implementation class of list?
Array list.
Array list. Tell me this method returns which object?
Array
list.
list.
Array list object. Did you get my point?
Yes.
Okay, look at this. I'll write like this. List of employee LST EMP equal to new array list. Can I write my statement like this? First of all, do you have any query on this statement? Line number 73. Do you have any query?
No, sir. Clear.
Clear? Who is array list?
Array list is
Class.
class.
Implementation class.
Implementation class. Yes.
Implementation class.
Yeah.
Of which interface?
List
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 interface.
interface. Tell me, object is created for what?
Array
Array
list.
list.
Object
Implementation
creation happens at the left side of the statement or right side of the statement?
Right side.
Right
side
side.
of the-
Because
Right
new is there right side, na?
Yes.
Tell me. This statement is object creation.
Hmm.
Yes.
Tell me, object is created for whom?
Array list.
Implementation.
Array
Array
list class. But this object is stored at where?
List is
Interface.
class.
List
List,
interface. List of employee, na?
Yes.
Tell
Yes.
me, object is created at right side. Object is stored in left side.
List. Yes.
Object is created for which class?
Array
Array
list.
list class. But that object is stored in a
List.
variable of type
List.
list. List is interface, right?
Yes.
Now
Yes.
question is now, can we store implementation class object in the interface variable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
We cannot create object for interface,
directly,
but
But we can store.
we can
store
store. We can store the object of
Implementation. class.
implementation
implementation
class.
class.
Who is the implementation class?
Array list.
Array
Array
list.
list.
Tell me in this line what I am doing. I am storing object of
Array list.
no. I am storing the object of implementation class
Implementation.
in the
List.
interface variable. What's the
Interface.
variable name?
List.
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 LST EMP. Okay. That much story is there in that one line. Did you understood about line number 73, which is very important in Java?
Yeah.
Understood,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, good. Directly we cannot create object for what?
Interface.
Interface. But we can store
Implementation.
Object.
Whose object?
Array list.
Implementation class.
Implementation class object. Whose object?
Implementation.
Implementation class object. Suppose if there are two implementation classes, then we can store either
objects.
first implementation class object or second implementation class object. Anyone.
Anyone, okay.
Because today we are writing array list program. Na? Tomorrow we'll write linked list program. Tomorrow we write
Linked list.
linked list is also what?
Is also
Implementation class of list.
Yes.
Did you understand my point?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What about vector?
Vector is also.
It is also implementation class of list.
List.
So now I can store what? In a list variable, I can store what? Array list object?
List object and vector
No,
object.
or linked list object or
Or
vector
vector
object.
object.
Very good.
Anyone.
Anyone. Good. Folks in online, other guys, are you understanding? Except the guys who are responding to my questions. Could you tell me, did you understood? Yes or no? This line number 73, please type in chat box. I'm expecting answer from everyone in chat. I'm waiting for your response in chat. Just give me response in chat. That's it.
Okay.
Sandhya said yes. Shatak Shripriya said yes. Suja Josh said yes. Lakshmi said yes. Samir, Aksh, Dan. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, folks. That line 73 is very, very important in the Java developer's life. Okay. LST EMP .add. I have a question to you. I have a question to all of you guys. What I need to add to this object?
Employee type.
It is a collection object now.
Yeah.
Collection can store elements, na?
Yes,
My
sir.
question, what type of elements it can store? This LSTEMP?
Employee.
Employee objects. Employee objects, na?
Yes.
Okay, let me do one thing. New employee of. See, new means what, first of all?
Object.
Object will be created.
New is a keyword for creating an object, na?
Yes.
What is the meaning of new employee? What this statement do? What this statement will do?
Another object will be
It's an
created.
object.
Creating a
Another
Object.
object. Which class object?
array
Employee.
list.
Employee.
No. Please try to understand. Don't just say answer like that.
Object.
First, listen
Array
to my
list.
question, understand the question, then you respond. I will wait. Don't worry. But don't tell me the just answer like that without thinking on that. My question is different now. I am asking about this statement will create what?
Object.
Object. Next question. Which class object?
Array list object.
Okay. If this statement is creating array list object, tell me what this statement will do. I am selecting.
Okay. List object it is creating. List EMP.
Okay, stop. No barking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Employee class object.
Employee object.
No. This statement, first tell me, I have selected something now. Tell me what this creates.
Array
Implementation
list
class
object
object.
will be created.
No,
Array
no.
list.
Simply tell me direct answer. It is creating this line, this selected line creates what?
Object.
Array list object. Similarly, tell me this selected line creates what?
Object.
Employee object.
That's
Employee.
it. That is answer,
Employee.
employee object. It is creating employee object, na?
Yes.
Now tell me this employee object is now added to whom?
List.
List.
Employee.
The list of employees.
It is added to the list. Am I right or not?
Yes.
Okay. Of course, I'm getting error. I'll tell you why. At line number 74. I'll remove. I will make sure that it's going to work. Add of again new employee. Tell me once again this statement will do what?
Employee list. Employee object.
Yeah.
This is adding. This statement is adding. Which object to the
Employee.
list?
Employee.
Employee.
Employee object. This statement is also adding
Employee.
employee object. Totally, how many employee objects are added to the list?
Two employee
Two.
object.
If I write this line for 10 times, then
10 times.
10 objects.
Object created.
if I write this statement 10 times, then
10 times.
10 employee objects.
10 employee objects. How many?
10.
10 employee objects. Am I clear with this?
Yes.
Am I good with this?
Yes.
Okay. One more thing, guys. Tell me, in employee, do you have any parameterless constructor?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, think
Okay,
and tell me.
stop.
Recollect your constructor topic. Go back on that day I told, like that. You just go back. But finally, I want answer. Is this employee class has parameterless constructor?
No, sir. There have many parameters.
Sorry.
No, sir.
It is a
Okay.
parameterized constructor.
No. My question, just answer to my question. I am asking, is this employee class has parameterless constructor? Yes or no?
No.
Tell me answer. Is this class have parameterless constructor?
No.
Answer is no. Now question, is this class has parameterized constructor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because this is parameterized constructor only. Correct?
Yes.
Tell me, while creating the object, while constructing the object, constructor is executed? Constructor is executed while creating the object?
Yes.
Yes. Tell me, this statement is for creating the object only, na? New employee, this statement I told you for creating what?
Yes.
Object.
Creating.
Creating object
Object
here.
of-
This line creates object. Object of which class?
Employee.
Employee. Then tell me, while
Employee.
creating the object only, this constructor must execute, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Then tell me, to execute this constructor, how many parameters I need to pass?
There have many parameters. 1, 2,
5 parameters.
5 parameters.
Five
Employee number,
parameters.
employee name,
salary,
salary, experience,
gender.
Gender.
and gender. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay, I'll pass. See here.
Oh yeah, error, that's why.
1211 comma.
Name.
Did you get my point? LN comma.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
4,599 rupees salary comma
Experience.
is having 3.2 years of experience comma
Gender.
male. Now see the line number 74. Did you get any error? No.
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 Very good. Did you understand now why I am passing 5 parameters?
Yes.
Yes.
What
Yes,
is 1211?
Employee number.
Employee
What
number.
is LN?
Employee
Name.
name,
Employee.
What is 4599?
salary,
Salary.
3.2
experience,
Experience.
and male is the
gender.
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 gender. Next, for the second employee, 2911 mark 6,900. Okay, experience 4.5 male. Are you clear, guys? Tell me, so far how many objects added? How many objects are added to this list?
3.
Two of
Two objects. But I want to add multiple objects now.
Yes.
Yes.
I want at least 7-8 objects. I will do one thing.
We can copy paste the same.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now let me change the names. Employee number 1822.
Duplicate is
Employee
allowed, no,
name.
sir.
Okay, okay. Allowed, but I want different na.
Okay.
Because my requirement is different.
Okay. sir.
Salary is 5,000. Salary is 5,000. Experience is 3.9. Female. Next employee number. Okay, 1433. Okay, employee name is Julie. Let's say salary is 9,000. Experience is 5.5. Female. This data, the creation of data only will take some time, because we need, then only we can able to get good conditions. So that's why I'm writing the employees and all. So 3217 is the employee number. Okay, right? And let's say, for example, Miller is the name of the employee, right? Let's say salary is 6,000. Salary is 6,000 and experience is 4.0 years. Male. Next, let me have some data like this. Just see what I'm writing. Okay, so now I just want to conclude by writing the last employee. So employee number is 1824. Let's say better already we have Julie, Kathy, Payal, and let's say okay. Okay, let's take some name. Doesn't matter whatever it is. Okay, just I want to have some female. 6,100. 4.4 experience female. Enough. Now finally, see here. Return LST EMP. So first of all, guys, everyone, did you understood so far this method? What I'm returning at the bottom at the last?
List employee.
LST EMP. It is a list of employee. It is a list object.
Yes.
Yes.
It is a list object. So tell me now the first method is clear. What's the method name?
Get employee.
Get employees.
Employee.
Get employees. Okay. What this method returns?
List.
Employee.
What this get employees method is? This method returns list object. List of
Employee.
employees. List of employees. Tell me this list has how many employees now? 3, 6 plus 3. Totally
9.
9. Okay. Now you tell me it is returning a list of how many employees?
9.
9 employees. One method is clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good. Please understand. Now I am going to main. Tell me in main. Of course, it will take some time to explain. It's better we will conclude the class here and we will continue tomorrow. So currently we are in the midway of our application. Okay. So there is a method created. What's the method name? Get employees. What this method returns? This method returns a list object, a list of
Employees.
How many employees are there in my list here? 9 objects. Nothing but it is returning a list of 9 employees.
9 employees.
Am I clear with this?
Yes.
Okay. So next I will talk about the requirements and we will start writing the code in main method. It will take a bit more time. So that's why we are in the midway of the application. And from here, we will continue tomorrow. That's better. Here I want to stop the class and I will continue tomorrow. Okay, na? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. We'll
Thank you,
continue. Yeah, we'll continue this example tomorrow. Thanks.